G'day, welcome back to another episode of TOGL. Well, the weather has broken. We've actually got a clear day today. It was frosty this morning, so it is cold. There's a light breeze at the moment. I'm hoping it doesn't pick up too much during the day, but at least it's dry. So I need to go and get the final bits of timber milled so that I can get this deck built. So we're going to head down to the timber mill and get that done. And if we look out over the back here, you can see it is a beautiful day. And right over on the horizon, through that little gap in the trees, I will zoom in on it, it'll be blurry. There's a little bit of snow on the hilltop out there. Yesterday was a crazy day weather-wise, and there was snow over the majority of Tasmania. It was freezing cold, windy, rainy. It was a horrid day. But we've got a beautiful day today. So let's get down to the mill and start milling up some timber. It's been a while. Okay, so this is the log that I got here, put up here the other week in the tiny little window of reasonable weather that I had. So this is the one that I need to get cut up. This will cut me some more beams, and then I'll need to get another log loaded up to cut the planks for the deck, and then I can get started. So I'll get the mill all hooked up, we'll start cutting. Okay, so I'm just down here chopping this, I wanted to cut a couple of sections out of this log that's in the paddock, so I didn't bother filming it. So I cut just there, and then I cut the end off, and then it didn't quite cut through, so I've just pushed that stump back, and then realised, holy dooly, hiding underneath it was a hibernating tiger snake. So he's probably been in there for months. He's probably got no energy because they need the sun for the energy, and he's been hibernating. So yeah, tiger snake under there. Must be very, very careful. So what I'll do is probably just scoop him up with the tractor bucket and go and dump him over in the corner somewhere. He's alive, but I don't want to go anywhere near him. Yeah, just rolled that stump out of the way. All right, so yeah, that was pretty hair-raising. Let's get back to milling this log. A day without rain for a change.
Yeah. Do you need anything from in the shed, like?
This is one of the most beautiful coloured and textured pieces of Blackwood log I've cut. It is gorgeous, and it's going to make some great upright posts on the deck to support the roof. I do need to get 4 beams to go under the deck, but this is just too nice to use under the deck. Some of it will be under the deck, but some of this will be the uprights. And look at the pattern and the colour in this. That is just beautiful wood. I mean, this timber would make a great bench top, a great slab, but we need it elsewhere, so it's going to be in the deck. Absolutely gorgeous. So now that I've cut that flat, I've got to roll this 90 degrees. Way too heavy for me to do, even with the cantilever, so I'll use the tractor. Okay, so I got it most of the way up there. I just need to straighten it up a little bit. The trick when doing a log this heavy is not to damage the track or put the track out of kilt, so I have to be very careful when doing that. I'll just explain quickly what I done, why I cut that one so thick. So when I measured this across the top, it was 355 mil. So what I thought was, if I take half that, so 177, and cut down 177, when I cut this top piece right through the middle, I'll have two perfectly square posts that will be 177 by 177, and they should make some really impressive corner uprights for supporting the roof out the front of the deck. All the rest will be 100 by 100s, but this will be almost twice that at the 177. And it's got that nice section of swirl and colour in it and whatnot that I showed right at the start. So that'll get me those two corner posts. Then the remainder of this piece and the slab that I've got over there, I can cut the 400 by 100s out that I need to finish the deck, the structure of the deck. And then I just need to go and grab some of the stringy bark logs that I've got, because this is Blackwood. I'll go get some of the stringy bark logs, and we'll start cutting planks that are going to be, I'm thinking I'll probably make them about 10 by 100, which is basically a centimetre by 10 centimetres. I'll cut all those planks, and that's what's actually going to be the decking for it. Once I've got all that cut, then I can get up and I can get that deck down. That's the important thing, is get that deck down. Then over the next several weeks I can start to build the railings around it, the roof over the top and that sort of thing, but I really want to get that deck in. So yeah, I'll get this one out of the way, continue to mill some 100 by 100s out of the bottom, get this back on, flip it, cut that down the centre. I'll have all those posts done. Then I'll go get the stringy bark and start on those planks. Blackwood log cut up now, and it's some beautiful timber. I didn't even get any splitting, which was fantastic. Incredibly rare to cut a log that size without any split. A tiny hairline crack there, but it doesn't go very far in, so it's fine. So I've got the 8 100 by 100 posts, a couple of extra little beams there that I'll use somewhere, and then I've got my 2 big corner posts there suspended underneath. So I'm going to move all this up the top. I'll have some lunch while I'm up there, and then we'll come back down and we'll start cutting up the planking for the stringy bark. Very happy with this morning's effort. It was a fantastic log to cut up. reason I've stopped the tractor this time is because I've actually got it in reverse with the clutch engaged so that it cannot roll forwards because of the gearing with the motor turned off. So that plus the brake, plus the back dropped, plus the front pushed on the log to hold its position on this slope.
Okay, so I thought I'd just go through the whole process of getting the log on and getting the timber out of it that you want. The first thing that you need to do is slice what we call the cheek or the back slab off one piece of the log. Ideally what we want is either a square or a rectangle shape. So you flip it 90 degrees, and then you take the next side off. And the aim of this is to get a nice piece of timber that we can then work with, nice and uniform, that we can cut our pieces out of. So we flip it a third time, take the third side off. It also removes, as you saw, there was a bit of a bend in that one. And then we flip it again and we take the fourth side off. So even if the log is curved, we can still slice it down. You end up with a bit of extra waste, but we can slice it down and end up with this nice uniform shape. And sometimes you have to do a couple of slices off. So I've just taken that piece off, but you can see there's still a lot of raw edge there. So I did another one. Once that's done, then you can start cutting your slabs out. So I'm cutting these slabs at 20 mil. So drop it 20 mil, take a slab off, drop it 20 mil, take a slab off. Now these planks would be fine to use as the decking, as they are, as they come off there, but I'd like them to actually only be 100 mil thick, and that slab that's coming off there is probably around about 250 mil wide. So I ended up with about 12 usable planks that I can then cut my deck out of. And as I said, I'm going to go with 100 wide. These planks are about 250 wide, so once I trim off that little bit of excess, I will end up with about 24 planks of 24 pieces of decking. So you can see there, as I'm locking this into place, that right about the halfway point there's a bit of a dip there, a bit of bark. So that'll be the first slice that I take, clean that off. I won't show that bit. And then I can actually, after all of this work, slice the first pieces of decking out of the log. So there's a fair bit that goes into it, and there is a fair bit of waste. But the end product is worth it. And there we go, the first 12 pieces of decking off the mill.
Wow, check out the sides. Okay, neighbours are shooting. That just give me a heart attack. Okay, check out the size of this log. It's a monster. It's 2.7 metres long, so 2,700 long, and at its smallest end, it is 60. Now remembering that the maximum I can cut is 66, or 660 mil, so it's 600 mil. And it's actually bigger at the other end. It was right on the cusp of what I could lift with the tractor. It's right on the cusp of what I can cut. But this log alone will probably give me all the timber I need for the deck. Plus I've got all the stuff that I've already cut out of the other 2 logs from this morning. So I'm going to have spares, which is fantastic. So it is getting late in the day. Sun's going down, it's getting cool, but I want to get this done. So I'll just get as much of this done today as I can, and then I'll have all the timber up there ready to go on the next clear day.
Well, I didn't get much of that log cut because it just got too dark. And that was about the only good day, even though it wasn't a great day, it was the best one for the week. And this is what we've been dealing with for the rest of the week. No one wants to be outside in that.
Well, that's going to be it for this episode. I filled up the half hour, and that's all I was able to get done this week anyway, just due to that bad weather. So I'm over the weather. I'm really ready for it to warm up and start getting a bit drier so we can get a bit more done. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing so. It doesn't cost anything, and it'll help you in your YouTube searches and recommendations. Anyway, thanks very much. You guys have a great weekend, great week. Stay safe. I'll catch up with you guys next Friday. Thanks for watching. Cheers.